Welcome into your Rivalry Week preview, brought to you by Eckrich, the official smoked sausage of the college football playoff. Next game up, Steve, is Clemson against South Carolina. And obviously with Clemson, we've got to start with just how good Trevor Lawrence has been, especially for a true freshman. Where does he rank in what we've seen from freshmen over the years?
Well, first off, the number 15 passing grade in the nation for a true freshman. And this season, it's right up there with guys like Josh Rosen. When he came out of UCLA, he had a fantastic year. Jake Browning for Washington actually was maybe better as a true freshman than he is here as a senior, where he's taken a step back. So Lawrence is right up there with the best true freshman that we have ever graded. And one of the most impressive things to me, if you look at his breakdown, only 4 interceptions. We always like to tell you if that's a real number or not. You know, is he getting interception luck? Is he getting lucky without, dropped interceptions? He only has 3 turnover-worthy plays the entire season. That is incredible for a young quarterback. So he has really taken this pass game to the next level since taking over for Kelly Bryant back in Week 6.
Big concern for South Carolina is they're now facing a Clemson defense that is cooking. They had some little wobbles earlier in the season, but they definitely rounded into some of their best form right now. That's going to be really formidable for South Carolina to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point where we were looking at Clemson's defense and saying their coverage grade was not great after about 3 or 4 weeks, but that has continued to improve, and their coverage grade goes hand in hand with their pass rush, which is #1 in all of college football from a grading standpoint, and they're absolutely loaded. That was the story coming into the season. They've lived up to it. Clelin Ferrell leads the team with 39 total pressures and 86.6 pass rush grade. Christian Wilkins has taken his pass rush game to the next level, 91 overall grade and 32 pressures. Dexter Lawrence pushes the pocket as well as anybody with his 26 total pressures. Austin Bryant, Xavier Thomas, another true freshman, might be eventually the best of the bunch with 19 total pressures and an 81 pass rush grade. So Clemson's defensive line, their improvement in coverage, going to be a big challenge for South Carolina's offense.
Yeah, a lot of star power in this Clemson team, but South Carolina have some pretty impressive players of their own, Steve. Who needs to stand up and be counted if they're going to pull this upset?
Well, it's going to start with quarterback Jake Bentley. Always starts and ends with quarterbacks. He has been terrible against Clemson the last 2 years. There's no other way to put it. He must improve his play against Clemson. He's going to rely on their 2 playmakers, Deebo Samuel, Brian Edwards. Deebo's forced 14 missed tackles after the catch. Edwards has 10. They're both pretty good at the catch point. So, I mean, those guys have to make just spectacular plays. Like for any of these teams to pull an upset, their stars need to come through. And then from a coverage standpoint, Rashad Fenton, cornerback, an underrated player in the SEC with a passer rating of only 32.9 into his coverage. You need a guy like him to step up, make some big plays against Trevor Lawrence in that passing attack.
So that's going to do it for our deep dive preview into Rivalry Week. It's been brought to you by Eckrich, the official smoked sausage of the college football playoff. Don't forget to pick up your Eckrich smoked sausage at your local grocery store for this weekend's tailgate or homegate party. And make sure to visit EckrichFootball.com for great game day recipes and to enter the season-long $1 Million Challenge.